This is the High School Football America podcast for August the 28th, 2023. I'm Jeff Fisher. The High School Football America podcast is brought to you by GameStrat, America's premier sideline instant replay system with outstanding reliability, faster speed than Huddle Sideline, plus GameStrat has awesome customer service. They're there when you need them, and we've heard what coaches have said about their competitor not being there. And they have different plans priced right for every coach's budget. To get a demo, go to GameStrat.com, or you can click on the GameStrat banner ad located on every page of HighSchoolFootballAmerica.com. And if you mention High School Football America, you will get a friends and family discount. Make the switch. Many others have. Well, there's a new number one in the High School Football America 300 national rankings powered by Play Football from the NFL. And, I put a quote in the story that we wrote today about changes at the top. Mater Dei they were the preseason number one. They have played amazing football all year long, but we do the preseason rankings really, truly for the fans. And the algorithm that we created back in 2013 is, it's designed to analyze what happens on the field. Well, what happened on the field this past weekend, which was a huge weekend, by the way, 57 games involved head-to-head matchups in the High School Football America 300. There were 136 games played. 57 had head-to-heads in the top 300, and when the smoke cleared, St. John Bosco, the defending national champs, jumped from 2-1, and now a lot of debate's going to go on, but the great thing is this is going to be decided on the field, folks. But let's talk about Bosco and why they moved up in the algorithm. An impressive nationally televised win over four-time reigning Florida State champ St. Thomas Aquinas, the win improving the Braves' win streak against out-of-state opponents to 16 straight since 2017. It was also revenge for the Braves, as the last out-of-state team to beat the Braves was the Raiders, and that was back in overtime in 17 by a score of 9-3, and that game too was on national television. So preseason number one, Mater Dei, drops to number two in the latest rankings, and this week they'll have a chance to cut into that Bosco lead when they play out of Georgia, Creekside, which is ranked number 123 in the national rankings this week. And again, it's going to go back and forth until that big showdown on October 13th in Bellflower when Mater Dei tangles with St. John Bosco, and Bosco's going to have the home field advantage in that one. And if it's like anything else over the last several years, we're probably going to have a St. John Bosco Mater Dei Part 2 in the CIF Southern Section playoffs. Just a reminder to everyone, these two Titans out of Southern California have claimed 5 of the last 6 national championships from High School Football America. The only one to break that streak, IMG Academy out of Florida in 2020, but we have to put an asterisk there because California during the coronavirus pandemic did not play in the fall. They only played a limited schedule against each other in the spring. So no playoffs, none of that. So who knows? It could have been, if they had played then, a string of 6 straight for the Trinity League with those two Titans. STA, they were preseason number 6. The Power in South Florida, they drop only one notch in our algorithm, down to number 7 this week in the High School Football America 300 powered by NFL Play Football. Nevada's Bishop Gorman continues to be a strong number 3 after whipping former number 74 Long Beach Poly out of California 60-15 in the Nike Football Classic in Oregon. This week, the Gales will be tested by number 9 Miami Central in Las Vegas. That should be a dandy. IMG Academy, well, they're rolling. They're up a notch this week, 5-4 after edging former number 10 St. Joseph's Prep of Pennsylvania. The Ascenders, who now own wins over 2 reigning state champs, Lipscomb Academy out of Tennessee, they've won the last 2 Division II AA state titles, and St. Joe's, the 6A champ in Pennsylvania. Well, the Ascenders now travel to Alabama this week on Thursday to play four-time reigning 7A champ Thompson. Thompson ranked number 16 in the latest national rankings. So we always know IMG, yes, they recruit from around the country, but they do have a pretty darn good schedule, playing a lot of teams that are in the High School Football America 300. And I will point out that, kudos to Thompson doing so well under head coach Mark Freeman. They have trouble scheduling people. So this is the first time this year that IMG is going to play a public school in Thompson, the Warriors from Alabaster, Alabama. St. Joe's, by the way, a good performance. They just slip a little bit down to number 10. Down to number 11 from number 10. Buford also slipped a notch to number 5. A hard-fought road victory, 10-7 over Mallard Creek from North Carolina. The Mavericks of Mallard Creek, number 118 in the High School Football America 300 this week. Again, a lot of movement. Go to highschoolfootballamerica.com to see the entire top 300 and the aftermath of 57 of 136 games being played in head-to-head matchups inside the High School Football America 300. Want to point out the biggest mover this week, and they pulled off an upset. Florida's Armwood moves from 311 last week. They were just outside of the top 300 to number 70 after upsetting number 40 Venice. So that shakes things up. In all, 14 new faces in the top 300. Armwood being the highest there at number 70, followed by Western from Davie, Florida at 144, McKinney from Texas at 160, St. Augustine from Florida 170, Miami's Palmetto High School 189, Monarch from Florida 214, Davison from Michigan breaks in at 236, Madison Central, a close win over Ocean Springs, comes in at 239, Brentwood from Tennessee 244 this week in the High School Football America 300, powered by NFL Play Football. Dublin Kaufman from Ohio, number 255. Lovejoy from Texas, 264. Chapman from South Carolina, 273. Ensworth breaks in from Tennessee at 290. And Edmond Santa Fe from Oklahoma, after upsetting number 117 Jenks, comes into the top 300 at number 294. Again, you can go to highschoolfootballamerica.com and check out all of the rankings this week and keep up to date with the statewide rankings at the website. And we'll have a great list coming up here probably by Wednesday on all of this week's matchups inside the top 300. A lot of head-to-head matchups. Again, it should be another fantastic week. Keep up with all the scores throughout the weekend. And boy, we had a record-setting weekend. Great traffic for week 2 of the season. It's really week 3, I guess, if you count the guys that started in Hawaii, Mississippi, Utah, and Alaska several weeks ago. But week 2 was a good one for us, and we just appreciate all of you stopping by highschoolfootballamerica.com for all of your high school football news. And I like to point it out all the time. We do it the free way. There's no paywall. There is no subscription is needed. You don't have to sign up your email or anything. Just go and enjoy high school football at highschoolfootballamerica.com. And that's the High School Football America podcast, brought to you by NFL Play Football coaches. Don't forget to check out playfootball.nfl.com for some great resources to help you improve in the coaching profession. I'm Jeff Fisher, and you've been listening to the High School Football America podcast.